Hey boys, what's going on? It is IJustRengar here, and today I'm actually going to be coming at you with another video for my main account. This is a game where we actually fall behind early and then come back. So I'm going to be using this game to kind of show you what I do to get back in the game, and kind of like what I normally do, in just these scenarios. We're going to start this up, so I'm going to do the standard level 4 and level 4 in 3 minutes clear. So just gonna be doing this. I'm just gonna speed through it because we already know what this is. There's a lot of videos on my channel that show it. So just gonna be taking this, just the standard. And okay, so this is kind of weird. So he actually invades me here. I think that he thought that I would probably be somewhere else. So this is a little weird for me. I'm like, okay, maybe. Sadly, Singe doesn't come down when I ping him to come down. Now, I think that maybe I actually could have killed him there, but I was really scared because Xin Zhao does a lot of damage early, but looking back on it, I really do think that I probably could have. So let me watch this again really quick. So right here, he walks over here, which was super stupid by him. But right here, I have 2 ferocity, so if I E, auto attack Q... Okay, so I canceled an auto. If I had hit that auto, empowered Q'd, and then autoed again, then I think I could have killed him. Or if I just hopped to here, and then before they autoed me, flashed back over the wall, like so I dodge out his W damage completely, I think that also would have worked. But that was just kind of dumb by me, and I should have just went for him and killed him. Right here, I just get interrupted by that. But yeah, that's a misplay for me. Always try to know your damage. Right there, I just got really scared and ran away, but Rengar is like the best 1v1 champion early, especially since I had a level up on him. So I should have just fought there, and I would have most likely killed him. I think I was just worried because my W was down. Anyways, boys, here I remember I tried to go for a kill onto this guy, and this actually works out horribly. I make some really bad plays, which everybody does every once in a while. So I burn his flash. I don't, and I burn mine. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can go for him again. But I completely did not realize that it was only on a 15-second cooldown. I thought it was like more like 20-ish, which is the cooldown on Rengar's. Rengar's W, so I was like, oh, well, I should be able to go in. I thought it was actually even longer than that, but apparently not. So I make a misplay, and I just have to head back down. At this point, we're actually 2,000 gold behind, which is actually monumental in a high elo game. You should... it's very, very hard to come back from that. I wasn't going to say you should never be able to come back from that, but it's very difficult. So to get back in this game, I need to know what I need to do. So for one, I need to farm. For 2, I need to capitalize on mistakes. So the very first one literally walks right in front of me. So right here, I'm around mid lane, which is always going to be good because that's obviously where the enemies are. So I see this happening here, and I chill right here. Now I come over, and notice how I eat and then I walk back. I wasn't just walking to this camp for no reason. I was walking over there that I would be able to keep my ferocity, that I would be able to have an empowered ability. Okay? Not because I was trying to abandon him. But this guy comes over here, and sadly he's able to get onto him, but we end up killing him anyways. I'm not sure how he got the kill for that, but I mean, hey, works out. He gets a kill, so then I come over here and I take this, and I'm like, okay, there's gold mid and XP mid. You never want to miss a wave that's crashing, okay? Always try to get it, because that's literally free gold and XP that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So here I get that, and now I'm level 6, so I'm like, okay, what can I do? Can I go bot lane? So I ulti, I start running bot, I'm like, okay, maybe I can get something. And then I end up just jumping onto him, getting a kill there. Because I know that if I go on her, she can just shield, and I'd rather get the guaranteed stack off of him. Yes, I know that I got the gold too, and that it's like, oh, well, you're just trying to steal the gold. That's not why, it's because I was trying to get a stack, which is difficult to get as Rengar as the time progresses in the game, depending on who it is, because some of them can be really evasive, especially Zillions with their R. So here I'm just going to keep clearing. I'm going to take blue for myself because I kind of think that I need it to get back in the game, and he got the kill earlier mid. So I'm like, okay, he should be okay. I'm just going to keep going here. So here I'm taking red. My ulti is still down for another 60 seconds. So that's something to note. It's going to be really hard for me to gank anything that's not a lane gank for 60 seconds. So here, I move down this way. I start heading back, and I come downwards. Looks like I'm going to be just going down towards bot lane. For one, this is efficient farming. I don't show him that ward, luckily. I just checked Dustblade. And then right here, I don't show as well. So when you walk into these bushes and you don't show, that's what you want, okay? That's really, really good. You want to be watching right here for your Duskblades, seeing if you show. If you don't, then you know that you're not seen. You know that the gank should, like, 99% chance work out. So here, I see Tristana ping, and then I'm like, okay, she's going, I'm going. I go in, she's resurrecting, but I'm like, you know what? I don't really care about resurrections too much, and I'm able to just take her out. So that works out really, really well for us. And I see him here, and I'm like, huh, I wonder if I could go kill him, actually. So I start ulting, and I run over, and he thinks that he's really good and doesn't really be able to do much, so I just jump on him and kill him. And right now, we actually even out the gold lead for the most part. We brought it back within 400 gold of each other, which isn't really that bad. That's not really much of a gold lead. 400 gold is like a longsword, so that's not really anything. And right now I have 100% kill participation. So I've been involved in everything so far, getting us back into this game, okay? Now, notice how I ganked bot lane. I made sure that I tried to kill both rather than just being like, okay, I'm not going to go for Zillion. Why did I do that? I did that because I knew that we could get first turret, and this turret's really low, okay? That's another reason that I ganked bot. Bot lane, the enemy bot lane was winning and up. Sivir was actually up 2 levels on the Tristana. This turret was about to go down. If this turret goes down, they get 300 gold, in addition to the turret gold and the turret normal local gold, okay? But instead of them getting this, which they should have gotten this like within like a minute, we got this, and we got both of them killed. So that's why it's really, really, really important. Wow, she should have blast shielded there. But that's why it's really, really important to look at your laners and say, okay, where do I need to gank? What's going to be most impactful? Because I could have killed mid, and I probably could have killed top too. But if I go bot lane, that denies the 300 gold. This, I saw this, and I was like, you know what? I don't care, because I already knew that this was going to be gone. So it doesn't matter to me. He took that, and I know there's a ward there, so I pinged it with my N key. That's what I have my Vision MIA ping set to. So I pinged that, and I was like, okay, guys, be careful. But here, I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. I start heading over towards top lane because I know, okay, it's a Jax versus a Tristana. The odds are Jax is going to want to try to kill her. So I head up here. I start going back because I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just back. But she runs over, and I'm like, okay, I should be able to just kill him. And I am able to kill him pretty easily, actually. So I ulti. It ends up being kind of a waste. I thought that I'd be able to kill him, but I forgot that Jack can literally just press Q and then hop away, and I was like, oh, well, unlucky. I'm pinging that I have both charges in my W right now. So if they do jump on me, I can W and then W again. So it's like I have almost 600 HP. More like 450 to 500 HP, though, because you don't want to be at like 1 HP when you use W. That's super risky. But I come over here. I just try to do what I can to stay in the fight without backing. I don't have my ulti, but since there is a bush nearby, I know that I can do some things. Okay, this is hilarious. Watch this. There's something about that just... I actually made this into a GIF, and I posted it on Rengar Mains, because this was hilarious to me. He's like... His team's MIA'd him. Right here, I just come over here, and I see him over here, and I'm like, huh. Well, maybe I can do something. But then I go and clear this because, like I said, don't miss XP. So far, I've gained like 250 gold at least, and a lot of XP just by going to these and taking them. So right here, I head over here, and I see him on it, and I'm like, okay, let's try to get him off. So I go to there, and then I see that she starts coming over. Now look at how I'm positioning myself, okay? I run over to here. And then I go into this bush. I don't run. The bushes are safety and power, okay? The bushes are what enable you to do what you do best, which is to jump on people and destroy people, okay? Get a ton of damage down. So I go into the bush and I wait here, because if I run over here and I get caught right here, if he kills me, I'm not going to be able to get to her right away. Or if I kill him, I'm not going to be able to get to her right away. So I stay here, and notice how I position my Q. I auto-attack. I Q. My Q hits her too. And then I Q forward. If that didn't kill him, then that would have been really bad for me. I get healed by that and the precision at the exact same time, and then I hop on her and I get a double kill, okay? And we get this in addition, which is huge. I don't pick that up because I don't want that. I really do not want that. Just because I don't get a warding totem, and I really need warding totems to ward over wall. That's why I never build a sweeper. I just find warding totems to be so useful. So now I head down this way. I'm able to just take that out. I actually do this like clear so inefficiently because of that. Like, it distracted me so much. I don't know what it was. That warding totem really got me. I remember thinking that entire time, I was like, what am I even doing? But right now, still 100% kill participation. So this entire time my team's getting back into the game, I'm literally participating in every single kill. And I just reached level 11 at 14 minutes, which is 3 levels ahead of the enemy jungler, okay? Keep in mind, their enemy jungler actually started out pretty well. And I'm also out CSing him by double. So I literally have 3,100 more gold than the enemy jungler right now, which is what you want to be doing. You want to have very, very high CS, very, very high kill participation. I mean, those are obvious things, but it's really, really hard to get the perfect, delicate balance down. By the way, I know that this is seen. That's why I placed down the pink ward, because I see it on my Duskblade that it's seen. So I placed down the pink ward. Pink wards are also really important. There's something that I should be buying a lot more, but I don't buy them as often as I should be. So I am able to take this dragon down. Again, it's a free objective. It's literally just sitting here. You might as well go and take it, especially if you're as far ahead as I am. Your team's pressuring mid, you have somebody down here. So even if Jax does come, Singe can come to my rescue. I'm a lot more fed than Jax is, actually. He has 5,500 gold total. I have 7,600 gold total. So although I am fighting the dragon, I'm not going to just roll over and die to a Jax if he comes for me, especially considering he has no armor. He just has mercs. So here I'm waiting to try to see if I can get a pick. Which is always kind of what you want to try to do. Trying to get picks is the ideal. Sadly, I forget that he's right there, even though I do get a ping from Twisted Fate. Well, not ping from Twisted Fate, but I get a ulti from Twisted Fate. I'm not able to kill her, but I am able to force out her flash, her cleanse and her ultimate. And here, Sivir just pops up way too far and basically ends me. But yeah, so I'm able to get out her cleanse and her ulti, and I get the Zillion ulti. Because I get Zillion ulti and I didn't have to use my R, I know that I can ulti there and then go on the Sivir and possibly kill the Sivir. Because she extended over to here and I have my ulti up, so it's basically there's almost no way that she can get away from me. So here, again, still have a 100% kill participation. I'm maintaining that as much as possible. Here I'm just trying to counter jungle if I can, using my Q as an auto attack reset. I E over to see if there's something there. There's nothing, so I just use my Q and then empower W. That way I run faster. Running fast is always going to be nice, obviously. And then I head up here. I don't have my ulti. I don't have flash, so I'm not going to be too useful in fights. So what do? I go to farming, okay? Because right now, my team is ahead, but I want it to stay ahead. So I use Youmuu's because I know that my ulti's just coming up, but I also know that I'm probably not going to be using it too soon because my team can clear mid pretty easily with a Tristana TF if they're pushing, and these lanes are bot lane is pushed, and top lane is the only lane that's that's really pushing right now, and I don't really want to go top lane. I could have, but the issue is that if he does bring this wave to tower and just takes this turret, he can E and deny the majority of my damage from my first auto attack, which is the Duskblade proc, the auto attack critical strike, which is a ton of my damage, and he stuns me afterwards. So if he's able to do that, he denies, for one, since he denies so much of my damage, that's really bad for me. And for two, it just kind of sucks. So right here, I know that she's probably going to get ultied in time, but I'm like, you know what? I might as well just make her ulti. Or make Zillion ulti if I know that I can. Because she was so far up that I knew I'd be able to jump on her, get 5 ferocity, and then run away. Or 4 ferocity, and even if Zillion does stun me, I can just empower W and run. So I know that I'm safe there. And I get to force something out. So, but yeah, if I go top, he can just dodge my damage, and then he can stun me. And if he stuns me and my damage is dodged, it's just going to be a bad day, and I'm not going to be able to do too much. But right here, I'm massively ahead of the enemy jungler. Again, 6k gold to 9,200. I'm 3,200 ahead. So I know that it's probably pretty safe for me to be able to take that. Right now I'm just watching my Duskblade, seeing if I'm seen. By the way, I don't like that she put that there. If you click on me as an ally, you can see if this is up or if this is down. Just so you guys know, if one of your teammates has Duskblade, you can see if they're seen or not. Because it'll show you their effects. Like, it'll show you these effects, except for me. So she could have done that and seen if it was warded or not. I also probably should have pinged, and I could have pinged unseen. But I didn't. See, right here, see how I went in and then instantly ran out? That's because I don't want to fight against this Counter-Strike. And then right here, I'm just kind of like chilling. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. Unlucky. I think that I probably actually could have stayed and killed him. But in that instance, I was just too afraid. And for some reason, I think that I thought that he had armor. So I jump over. I do that. If I had empowered Q'd, he would have died. Like, looking back. Because my empowered Q does like 800 damage. He had 400 HP. So I would have just killed him right there. And then I could have ran over here. But that was a misplay from me. When I'm ahead, I need to think more about doing those more damagey abilities versus just using my I found it so tilting that they didn't kill her. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? That's unlucky. But I need to use more of the damage abilities, know my damage a little bit better, kind of like over here with Xin Zhao, than I did before, because that was a mistake from me. But again, we're still doing well. We're finally not involved in one of the kills. Although at the end of this game, I'm not sure exactly how much damage I dealt, or how much my kill participation was, but I know that it was pretty high. So here, just going to clear that out, use my W because I know that I'm not really going to need it too much now that I'm so fed. Jungling is kind of a breeze. So here I'm just going to head over, going to take this, watch to see if I'm seen. When I am, I'm going to take that ward out. I know that I'm seen here too, so I'm just kind of like chilling at the brink. And then I just run over. The reason I don't walk into the bush, I can already see where they are because of my team being pushed up a little bit. And then right there, a huge mistake happens, and that's going to throw us back out of the game and throw the control back into them. We both get caught by the double bomb, which is really bad. If only one of us got caught, I think we would have been fine there. But since both of us do get caught, it really sucks. Oof. Just watching that is, ugh. So unlucky. So here, they go and they take the Baron. There's really not much we can do. My team comes over and tries to fight like a little bit, but they can't really do too much, especially just versus like their team. So we end up going 1-for-1 here, fighting for that, which is actually good because 1-for-1 if they have Baron takes the Baron buff away from one of them, so that's actually worth it. But it's still kind of unlucky. So I start pinging Dragon, and I'm like, okay, if they're gonna get Baron, they have to back afterwards, so let's at least get the Dragon. That way they don't get the Baron for 100% free. This would have been better if it was a Mountain Dragon or a Fire Dragon or like any other dragon. But an Ocean is still pretty decent compared to absolutely nothing. I would have... by the way, the tier of dragons changes as the game goes on. Ocean is the best early, but later on into the game, Mountains and Fires are the best. Well, hyper late game, technically Mountains aren't as useful, but that kind of depends on like how many turrets you've destroyed. But let me just pause this before I keep going. So basically, early game you want to be focusing on your Mountain Dragons because they can help you with taking other dragons, taking other objectives, and Ocean Dragons. Infernals and Clouds don't provide too much, although Clouds do, I guess. But then as the game goes on, you want to rely more on the Mountains and Infernals. And obviously, the king of the late game dragons is going to be in the Infernal. But Ocean is really good for early because that gives you extra mana and health sustain, which can basically just help you bounce back from bad trades. That's why Ocean is important early game. So if you can get it at like 6 or 7 minutes or something with an early dragon champion, it's really strong. Okay, so continuing here, I see that they're pushing mid. I ulti and I'm like, okay, can I get somebody here? I know that they have Barons, so if I trade 1-for-1 with one of them, it's probably going to be good. And I end up shutting down Orianna, who has a 350 bounty, getting rid of her Baron buff, and I'm able to eliminate one of their strongest team fighters, okay? Because she's the strongest on their team, and she was my last stack. So getting her out of the game is huge for us, and it's going to enable us to do like a lot more. So sadly, these guys are all chasing him, which I found kind of interesting. Luckily, if they had pushed us, they actually could have taken mid turret, but instead they came down and tried to help him, even though he was like already like clearly out. Which again, I found that interesting. No, but it's just kind of like weird. So I start ulting down here. Or do I ult? Yeah, I don't think I have it up. Okay, so I just start running down here. And I see them all pushed up. Luckily, my team's doing pretty well right now. And again, my kill participation is failing a little bit, but them not having Ori there was really good. I end up heading top lane. Now, I know that Jax, since he has Baron buff, and he's like doing pretty well, can probably actually 1v1 me. So I'm just playing back. I'm playing kind of careful. I know that if I'm under turret, he can't kill me because I have 2250 HP. Well, 2275. and like a lot of AD. So if he goes under turret, he's probably not going to be able to kill me, but I know that he probably can take me down if we're just fighting straight up 1v1. So I just want to kind of avoid the 1v1 and push. Now, here what I'm doing is I'm pushing this because I don't want Jax to be able to like run up top lane after a bad team fight and then go and push the wave from right here to there, because that takes like no time. But from here to there, it's a little bit longer. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. And then here, I start ulting. I see that she's alone mid. I hop on her. She thinks that she's slick by using her ultimate. I sadly missed my empowered Q. She thinks she's slick by using her ultimate. Sadly, I have Edge of Night, so that doesn't really work out too well for her. And then here, I see my team is pushing there, so what do? I don't go down to help them. I instead push mid, okay? Keep in mind, split pushing can be very, very efficient, especially when your ulti is down. Because right now, they either send one of these guys over to me, which basically is saying, okay, you guys can take this turret, or they let me take this turret. So either way, we get one of the turrets. Whether it be... Oh, also, quick note, I used Empowered E and a regular E over here to get an extra CS, just 10 gold. But if you do that enough times, like these little tiny things that you do to get more gold, they add up. Which is why right now I have the most gold on my team, and actually the most gold in the game. Just because I do a bunch of little things to try to get extra gold. So here I'm able to take this down. I start running because I know it's a Jax, and I Empowered E because even if I miss, I still get the burst of move speed, so it's all good either way. So here I head up, and I go back to farming. I'm not going to just back, I'm going to farm, and then I'm going to back. The reason why, if you look right now, there's no objectives on the map. These are both gone, and these are all pushed to a reasonable degree. So I'll have a response time before I know that I have to be somewhere. So because of that, I'm farming. And then right here, I see that both of these guys are bottom, and one of them is pretty low, so I'm saying, okay, what can I do? I can just run bot lane. So here, I'm actually able to come down and around. I jump on her because she's my my primary target, and I play this decently well. So I come down, I see that he starts tossing them down, and I know that he's going to double bomb. So instead of going for him, I Empowered Q this way, and then I sidestep to the other side a little bit, and then I go for her. I jump, I run back, that way his bomb runs out, and then I jump to him. It wouldn't have killed me, but if, like, let's say that one of them came, or if Jax did have TP and he TP'd down, that extra 200 HP could save my life. Or maybe more, I'm not sure exactly how much his bomb did. But I do that, and then I just push this. Now, I know that I'm probably not going to be able to get to the turret because this is still down here. But what I do is I know that I can pick this up, and that's an extra almost 200 gold. So 80 gold there, 40 gold there, and another 40 gold right here. So 80, 40, 40, going to be decent. And then here I see him, and I'm like, oh gosh. I see him there, and then at this point I realized, wait, he has no armor at all. I actually waited there for my Edge of Night just in case. Then I knew that I could kill him. But once I realized he had no armor, I was like, wait, I can just kill this guy like really, really easily. I actually could have killed him right there if I actually just set my mind to it, because 500 damage on Empowered Q alone, and I have enough health to tank him. I'm like, oh, I should have thought of that before. And I actually have 4k gold on me right now, so I'm pretty darn fed. But right here, I see these guys down this way, and I'm like, okay, what can I do? Right now, since this is another Ocean Dragon, I'm like, okay, might as well just back and then head down for it. Give us that third Ocean Drake. So I go back, I spend all my money. I just bought a Black Cleaver from just one item component, and I built a GA from nothing. So I'm really, really fed at this point, and I still have just a 200 gold in the bank. So I'm able to pick that up, and then I say, okay, Baron's up, and right now I'm like really, really, really fed to the point where I can probably just destroy anybody, and I have GA. So team fighting right now is going to be really strong for us. By the way, TF's pushing bot because he has his ultimate. Notice how after he pushes that wave, this is going to push no matter what, because this and this being here is going to push this. Because by the time that these collide, these are going to be weakened. So let's say that just the first wave dies. So these three die. That's going to mean a full refreshed wave against these 4 minions right here. We'll say 5. So the 7 because of that. The 7 minions versus the 5 minions here and this weakened are going to allow us to... this minion wave is going to beat this minion wave, and they're going to collide with another minion wave right here. And then this minion wave should, or our minion wave that's right here, should theoretically lose to this one. But since we get backups in time, back up in time, we're going to have an even bigger minion wave, and by the time it gets to here, it'll be a big enough minion wave to possibly take the turret or deal a bunch of damage to it. And that's kind of like how minion control works. Like, see how this minion wave should lose to this theoretically, but by the time that this wave gets here, it can beat this wave, and then become an even bigger wave. So basically, the way that you play with the minions is just to allow them to like amass in number and just get bigger. So right here, they see that I'm here. I outlevel the jungler, so I have a higher probability of smiting, smite stealing. So I jump on him. I instantly run back because I don't want to try to attract too much attention. I actually empowered E and then just catch him. And then right here, I just kind of chill back for a bit in case they try to flee. But I don't see them starting to flee, so I run down and I start trying to fight. I know that they probably have him. He's got gold card already. She's got her stun. So I flash over this wall. I Q. Sadly, I missed the second portion. And then here, I go like this. I just kind of throw a tiny bit of BM down. But really, it was more me trying to be efficient. Then I go over there, and then I'm like, wait, why don't I just keep pushing here? So I go down and push, rather than go for the Baron, because you don't have a tank to tank it. I mean, I could, but it would just be kind of slow. I'm like, okay, let's just push then. And let's see what we can get. So here, we're able to push down this. And then we're able to pick this up. And then from here, I'm like, okay, what can we do? This is being pushed, so we're able to pick this up too. And then right here, I'm just, I'm holding my Ferocity until I get hit by her QW combo. And then I just empower W and regular W just to heal myself back up. She's going to get healed a little bit there. Sadly going to blow cleanse. And then here I'm like, okay, maybe we can go up for this. But then I actually saw him coming up. If you see somebody coming up, you don't even have to use ulti. You can actually just wait here with Duskblade. Because if he's walking up this way, the only reasonable place that he's going to go is here in this intersection, okay? So I'm hovering at the edge. That way I'll be able to see where he's going to go. I see him right there. I'm like, boom, okay, that's a free kill. And I'm able to get just a completely free kill off of that. And I still have my ultimate. So now it's a 4v5. My ulti is up. And I'm just able to run down. I'm like, okay, so what can I do? I see that she's at 1k HP, so I know that that's one auto attack. So I hit her, and then I instantly click away right after I click on her, just for a little bit of the style points, and then I know that I can end the game. So hopefully you guys have learned what to do to win these games that kind of seem unwinnable from the start when you have like the 2k gold deficit at 6 minutes, when you're behind in XP, when your team is losing bot lane. Basically what I did was I influenced the parts of the map that needed it most. That was the #1 thing. And at the same time, while I influenced the parts of the map that needed it most, namely bot lane, I also made sure that I was paying attention to farming my own camps, and that I was trying to pay attention, I didn't mention it much, but I was trying to pay attention to where the Xin Zhao was. That way he wouldn't be able to counter gank me. But if I was Xin Zhao, at that point, since you're so far ahead, you don't want to... You do want to gank, but what your priority should be is counter ganking the ganks that the enemy jungler is going to try to throw at you. Because if they're already behind, they have to make more desperate plays, right? Like this play bot lane was a little bit desperate. If Xin Zhao had been there, he could have probably turned that because they had a level advantage on their support, and we had they had a 2-level advantage on their Sivir. So if they were there, they actually could have turned that pretty easily, I believe, if Xin Zhao was there with the Zilean ultimate. So anyways, guys, I hope you learned how to basically overcome those early gold deficits, and also if you were paying attention to what I just gave as like a little mini lecture, how to deny the enemy comebacks. So thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. By the way, Happy New Year's.